Hi, this is Rebecca with Maid Central, and in this video, we'll be looking at the Factors tab that's available when setting up your quoting tool. So again, you go to Company, Quote Settings, you select the service set of your choice, and I'm going to be working with my house cleaning service set, and I've clicked on the Factors tab. So now I'm going to be adding factors to my quoting tool. Factors are grouped by name, and there are 4 different factors that you can select from. The minimum and maximum values for one factor group cannot intersect with another factor minimum and maximum in that same group. And we'll get into more of that here in just a moment. Factors also, as discussed in previous videos, factors will adjust the calculation cost for a quote. So for example, a factor of 1 will not change the cost, while a factor of 1.25 will increase the cost by 25%. So when looking at our factors, you can see here from the drop down that we have 4 options: square feet, pet, people, and dirt code. So when establishing your factors, you want to make sure that you have a range in mind for how you want the quoting tool to adjust for per the range, the minimum and the maximum. So for example, we're going to start off with square feet. When I click on the actual factor, it's going to add the name for me. So I want to have a range from 0 to 1,000 for that price not to change. I'm going to leave that factor at 1. So if my square footage is between 0 and 1,000, it will not adjust by the factor, the cost, the calculated cost, because I'm leaving that at 1. Now my next range, I'm going to select square foot again. My next range must be 1,001 to 2,000. So this example, I'm going my square footage by 1,000, where I'm going to have my price be adjusted for each range that it goes up. So I adjusted this factor to be 4%, add 4% to the cost of the calculation. So again, I'm going to select square feet, and I'm going to go up to a certain range where I feel comfortable that this is going to be enough of a variation for my factors. So square feet, again, I want it to add 8% this time. Going to add another option. Going to go from 3,001 to 4,000. Going to go from 4,001 to 5,000. And then I'm going to go put one final square foot factor, and I'm going to go from 5,000 to a very high number. I like to use 999, 999. And that way, anything from 5,000 to this maximum is going to be my highest range and going to increase their price point by 27%. And again, all these factors can be adjusted once you have got your quoting tool established and started doing some testing. So for my square feet, I feel comfortable with the ranges that I have set up now. Oops, I made a mistake. That needs to be 5,001. So corrected that, and I'm going to save my factors. Next up is pets. So again, pets, you want to raise the rate if people have pets, because you know hair and dust and everything accumulates. So if I have 0 pets, that just stays at a factor of 1. It does not adjust the price. If I have 1 pet, then I do want that to adjust the price. So I'm going to go ahead and put 1, and I want that to increase the percentage. If I have 2 pets, I also want that to increase the price point. I am going to raise this. And I'm going to do this a couple more times. If I've got 3 pets, I also want that increasing the price point. And then I'm going to max out. Oops, I forgot my 3. Where'd my 3 go? Okay. And I'm going to max out from 4 to my maximum. This would be the highest. If they had 4 or above, that I would raise it by 20%. And again, that's the factors for pets for when I'm doing a quote through the Maid Central quoting tool. So again, I'm going to save my factors. Next up, people. Obviously, the more people in the house, the more dust, the more things that are going to accumulate. So again, with people, I'm going to put from a range from the standard household, 0 to 4 people, that factor stays at 1. And if they have 5 or more people, I'm going to have that adjust the price point. So I'm going to put from 5 to my maximum and make sure that increases the price point by 8% and save that factor. And finally is dirt code. So dirt code is something that you can ask the customer about on a scale of 1 to 0. You can set the scale again, how you feel that best represents how you want to ask them. And again, so if my house is, say, a 1, it's immaculate, I'm not going to raise their price point. I'm going to leave the factor at 1 and save that information. And then I can have another dirt code that represents a range, or I can have it individualized. So if I want to do 2, 3, 4, I want to have it increased by single digits. I'm actually going to do 2 to 5 as a dirt code. So that means it's pretty clean to getting pretty dirty. So I want that to increase the price points. And then again, I can save an additional one that takes me from 6 to 9, which pretty much is meaning that the house is pretty dirty, and I'm going to want that to increase the price point by quite a bit. So I'm going to put that, let's say 18%. So again, this all can be adjusted, but this is just in the first setup phases of my factors and getting some numbers in here to represent what I'll be using in my quoting tool. And those are the 4 different factors that you can select from and how to enter them correctly into Maid Central. And as I stated, these can all be adjusted at a later time once you start personalizing some quotes and seeing if the factors are getting you in the price ranges that you want to charge your customers for your professional house cleaning services. Thanks.